Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Paige, here once again with another video on The Flash Season 2 for you guys. So if you're going to enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like, leave any comments, and subscribe if you're new. In this video, we're talking about Wally West's introduction into The Flash Season 2, because I've received multiple comments on a variety of different videos. My opinions on how Wally West will be introduced, and if I actually know how he will be introduced. So obviously no, if I knew, then you guys would know. So I'll just go through what I think his role will be in the show and how he'll be introduced. So in previous videos, I have mentioned that I do think he'll get his Kid Flash powers throughout this season, whether it be towards the end of season 2 or maybe in the mid-season finale, depending on when he is introduced. But seeing that we have seen Iris's mother and Joe's ex-wife introduced at the end of episode 2, I think we might get introduced to Wally West sooner than I thought we would. So I'm not saying we're going to get him in episode 3 or episode 4, but maybe around like episode 7 or 8 we might be introduced to Wally West, because there is some Flash crossovers. I think they're towards the middle of the season, I'm not too sure, but there is some crossovers between Flash, Arrow, leading into Legends of Tomorrow and stuff like that. So I think they want to leave that for the crossover stuffs, and then Wally West will be either introduced just before that or just after that. Now in regards to how he will be introduced and how he plays into the whole Flash family, I guess you could say. As I said before, Iris's mother and Joe's ex-wife was introduced, and she's been trying to contact Joe on multiple occasions, and it's actually forced her to actually go to Central City and actually encounter him in person. So this means that she must be desperate to talk to him or get involved with him again. So this might be a way in which Wally West might be introduced. Now, how is Wally West going to play into this storyline? Because in the DC Comics canon, he is the nephew of Iris. Now, Iris is in the show, they've made the Flash a couple of years, I think it's roughly 8 or 9 years younger, I'm pretty sure. So there's no way he could be her nephew, because one, the guy that's playing Wally West, Keenan Lonsdale, he's an Australian actor. I think he's been in one thing that a lot of people know, that Insurgent movie. So you can look him up if you want to. But he's around 20, 21. He's roughly near my age. I'm 22, so he's around 21 as well. Obviously, they could play him to be a 17-year-old, because that's the magic of TV. They'll have a 30-year-old playing a college student in a lot of movies. So they could do that and make him a 17, 16-year-old. But Iris is only in her mid-20s roughly. So there's no way he could be her nephew. And also, there's been no mention of whether Iris has any brothers or sisters, because obviously she was an only child, and then Barry got introduced into her life when his mother died. So there's no way he's going to be Iris's nephew. So the only option is that he's going to be a cousin, which would be pretty interesting, or he's going to be some sort of half brother, because obviously she will share the mother. But I'm assuming that maybe Iris's mother had another baby, and maybe that might have caused Joe and her to split up, and then she's had that son, named him Wally, but kept her last name because she might have kept the West last name. So named her son Wally, hence Wally West, and he'll be brought into Central City, when she goes back to interact with Joe and Iris as well. Now the other option obviously is that he's from Earth 2, which I don't know if I think it might be a bit of a cop-out if they did that. I know that a lot of people would like to see him from Earth 2, but I'd like it if he was just from Earth 1, if he was from the original timeline, or the original Earth, if you want to call it. I'd like if he was from there, but obviously we can't always get what we want, so they might play it out that he's from Earth 2, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, as I said, in regards to him getting his powers, I think he'll get his powers this season. It just really depends on when he's introduced. I think if he's introduced a couple of episodes before, at least 3 or 4 episodes before the mid-season finale, we could get a mid-season finale Wally West struck by lightning incident, depending on whether they go down that route where he does get hit by lightning. And one interesting thing I might think they might put into the show is that if Jay Garrick's lost his powers, he might want to recreate the accident that gave him his powers, and this could allow Wally West to accidentally be struck by lightning as well, giving him his powers at the same time. So while Jay Garrick's trying to get his powers back, he actually gets Wally West hit by the electricity or lightning, whatever you want to call it, as well, and gives him his powers as well. But it really depends on when he's introduced. If he's introduced in only an episode or 2 before the mid-season finale, then I think they'll leave it towards the end of the season if they're going to introduce his powers into season 2, which I think they will, because I think he's a big character, and I think they want to speed his character along, no pun intended. But thanks for watching, guys. If you want to leave a like, it'd be very much appreciated. Leave your opinions in the comment section below. When do you think Wally West will be introduced, and how do you think he will be connected into the show? Will he be from Earth 2, or do you think he'll actually be like a half brother to Iris, or like maybe even a cousin to Iris, in some way, shape or form? And if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe, check out any of my previous videos. My most recent video I did was actually on Harrison Wells' role in The Flash Season 2, whether he's good, whether he's evil, or maybe he's a mixture of both. So go check that video out. It'll be annotated on the screen somewhere right now, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.